Greetings everyone and welcome to the very first webisode of Foreplay Sports, a climax of sports opinions. Each week we'll be discussing the top headlines from around the different leagues, mainstream as well as non-mainstream things happening in the sports world. Very simple. 4 hosts, 4 topics, 4 minutes each. Each week one of us will rotate hosting the show, bringing our own different personalities, our own topics, and our own biases to the show. Let me introduce you to our panel. The youngin' of the panel, model and Lakers fanatic, Darren Robinson. A phenomenal soccer player, and maybe the biggest Kevin Garnett enthusiast, Adrian Hyatt.
AG.
From Scarborough, filmmaker, ball player, and one of our MMA experts, Amar Walla. And this week I'm your host, Laurence Anthony. You'll find out my biases soon enough. Let's get right into it, guys. First up, let's start with the NBA Finals. Nobody predicted this matchup was going to happen. All right. At the beginning of the year, anyone would have told you we were poised for a LeBron-Kobe finals. Now we have tomorrow night, Game 1, Magic, Lakers. What's going on? Is there a clear-cut favorite? How's this match up?
I'd like to hear from the Lakers fan first.
Clear-cut favorite, obviously, is the Los Angeles Lakers. Why? Because they've been battle-tested. Not just this year, but from last year, that horrible loss, which I really want to forget, and the NBA Finals to the Boston Celtics with some Garnett guy. But the clear-cut favorite is the Lakers, I say, in about 5 games or so.
But can we really forget about last year? Because you gotta still have that sour taste in your mouth. And how different is this Lakers team from last year as they are now? How different is it?
I think the question there, if you don't mind, I think the Lakers are, there's really nothing much different about them except that they've got another season under their belt, which is always good.
That's it.
And well, I think the real question is, how is Orlando different than Boston? I don't think Orlando's as good as Boston was last year.
Orlando's not as defensively tough as Boston was, aside from Dwight Howard. There's no one on Orlando that's going to shut down Kobe.
There's similarities there, though, if you think about it.
A lot of similarities. The reigning defensive player of the year last year was none
Other than
Kevin Garnett.
Let's move on.
Defending champion, this defensive player of the year this year, Dwight Howard.
That's right.
Right. We got their point guard coming back.
I don't know,
But the difference there is last year Boston collectively was a better defensive team than Orlando is this year. They have Dwight Howard.
But you gotta say Orlando's a better offensive team than Boston was last year. I'll tell you, if Orlando starts shooting from around the perimeter, they're gonna start seeing those shots. And I know what you're gonna say.
It's not a problem.
Listen, even if
the defenders
Orlando shot over a 5-game stretch in that Cleveland series, 47% as a team from 3-point land. Mm-hmm. That's not going to happen again. Even if it does, they still got to defend against Kobe. They got to defend against Gasol, Lamar Odom,
and the Lakers can combat that because they're equally as offensively.
Does Kobe need to win this series to be considered one of the greatest players of all time?
Kobe needs to win this series for his legacy.
You think so?
This is his legacy right now. And not only his legacy, but his window to win is slowly, not even so, it's quickly closing.
I'll agree, but I can't agree with the statement that Kobe needs to win this series to be considered one of the greatest players. I think his numbers say that alone. Let's look at his numbers. 11 consecutive All-Star games, 3 rings, ranks 10th all-time with 25 points per game, 84% free throw shooter, and MVP of the 07-08 season.
Karl
Malone.
Championships.
Karl Malone, very different than Kobe. Karl Malone did not win a ring. Kobe's got 3.
Kobe has to win a ring as the best player on his team. You know that there's going to be people. I know there's going to be people saying that there's going to be questioning him if he didn't win this championship, because I'm going to be one of the guys questioning him if he doesn't win this championship.
Right now. I am like
2 years in a row to the finals and not winning against Orlando and Boston respectively. He's got to win this championship.
Has to. His legacy depends on it. Or is he just Kobe Bryant who won with Shaquille O'Neal? Right. And now Shaq left and won with Wade after being chased out of LA by Kobe, and Kobe not being able to deliver without Shaq. It's a slap in his own face right there.
Is he not one of the best overall players ever to play the game?
Not in the NBA. We
there's a difference between your skill and your greatness. Right? Correct. Kobe. I don't think anyone can argue with Kobe's skill. But I think Kobe himself wants to win a championship. If he says he doesn't want to win this championship desperately and it's not about winning without Shaq, he's lying.
Well, he said that. I watched an interview with Kobe this morning, right? And the question was asked, What do you say to those people who say that, Kobe, you couldn't win a ring without Shaq? His response was, Shaq couldn't have won a ring without me.
Yeah, but Shaq was the man. All right, and all the greats that we talk about, you think about Magic Johnson, Kareem getting hurt.
Magic steps in.
Magic steps in and win, right? You're talking about Larry Bird. That's legacy in itself. Talk about MJ. MJ didn't win, but then when he got there, everyone was MJ's team.
Yep.
Kobe has won 3, but was never Kobe's team, and that's why you have to have Shaq.
I'll agree with you. Kobe right now has a chance to win with a team that is undeniably his team. And I will say, and I'll be the first one to say, if Kobe does win, if the Lakers do win, we have to consider Kobe as one of the greatest players of all time, maybe even the top 5.
I think so. I think his scoring ability puts him in the top 5 for sure. I think if he wins this championship, I mean...
Before we close out predictions.
Lakers in 6.
Just because I hate Kobe, Orlando in 6.
Lakers on the road in 5.
Lakers on the road in 5. Well, you know what? I'm going to surprise everyone, and I do have the Magic winning. I'm going to say Magic in 6.
You're a brave man.
I'm going to say Magic in 6.
In 6?
Magic in 6.
They're going to do the same thing they did to Cleveland.
Moving on.